Welcome to Inside the Fight for UFC Fight Night this coming Wednesday on ESPN Plus at 9 p.m. Eastern. It is Anthony Smith taking on Glover Teixeira as your main event, and OSP taking on Brendan Rothwell in your co-main event. We're going to break down these two fights right here, right now. So let's start off with the co-main event. For the co-main event, we have OSP making his heavyweight debut against Ben Rothwell. What can I say? This is not going to be an easy fight for OSP, but OSP has something to prove. And like other fighters who have fought in light heavyweight and then jumped up to heavyweight, OSP is not doing it like other fighters where they just keep the weight on. OSP is one of the bigger fighters in the light heavyweight division. He is 2-3 in his last 5 fights, all in the light heavyweight division. So this is going to be interesting to see what he is like when he doesn't have to cut that weight. He, like I said, he is a big light heavyweight. A lot of fighters who are big for the light heavyweight, who are heavyweights, like DC has said, they lose power when they cut weight. So this is going to be interesting to see what OSP brings to the heavyweight division. He was recently asked if he will stay here, and he says it all depends on how things go. Which is a good answer because you never know. What if he has more power? What if he's not tired? What if he has it? This could be a big move for OSP, whose career in the UFC has been just as much as how he came into the UFC, going 12-8 in his UFC run, entering the UFC 12-5. So we'll see what this does for his career. Ben Rothwell, though, is a big heavyweight. This is not really a fight that I would say, hey, good experiment. Ben Rothwell is a true heavyweight. He was on a hot streak until he took a loss to Junior Dos Santos in 2016, where then after that he lost 2 other fights, but in between those fights he had a long layoff, and then came back this December and took on Steven Struve and knocked him out TKO this past December. So he is looking to get back to that hot streak that he was before all this stuff happened. And like I said, this is going to be an interesting fight to see where two people are taking their careers, because if OSP wins, he is most likely going to stay in the heavyweight division and see where he could go, how far he could go. Ben Rothwell, like I said, he is looking to get back on a winning streak. This will be 2 if he wins. My money is on Ben. I don't know what you guys think, but let me know what you guys think. If you think this is a good idea for OSP to move up, or do you think this might be just a very bad experiment for him? So leave a comment on that one. And your main event, Glover Teixeira returns to take on Anthony Smith. This should be an interesting fight. Glover Teixeira, he is 4-1 in his last 5 fights. He is riding a 3-fight win streak. With Glover's career, basically, his losses only really come to top contenders. So, and of course he lost to the champ, John Jones. But he has had a good career. He is a solid fighter, guy who brings it every time. Anthony Smith, he was on the news recently. He had a home invader coming into his house, trying to, I don't know, he must have been on something. So Anthony Smith already had a fight this past year. He had a fight earlier, but he had a fight this year, a couple weeks ago, where he took down this home invader. But Anthony Smith is also 4-1 in his last 5 fights, with his last victory coming against Alexander Gustafsson. I can't say his name. I'm so sorry. But don't hurt me for that one. Even he knows a lot of people can't say his name. But Anthony Smith that was his biggest win against a former title contender. Both these guys right now are basically right in the middle of the light heavyweight division, with the winner of this definitely trying to move up in the rankings, and definitely looking for a top 5 opponent to boost them up. So this is an interesting main event. Like I said, one guy definitely has all the tools but just can't be the top contenders. The other guy, brand new to the division, no, or to the UFC really, he's been here for a while and trying to finally make a name for himself. Both these guys are hot right now, and my money's on Glover, only because Glover is fighting the 3-fight win streak over the 1-fight win streak. And Glover Teixeira just has a killer instinct that I'm not sure Anthony Smith has. But then again, you never know. Anthony Smith right now, his name is hot. People want to know more about him. He's gonna mention it if he wins about, he had a warm-up session with the home invader. I know I would. I definitely would. Well, guys, let me know what you guys predict. Let me know what you guys think of this upcoming UFC on Wednesday night. Do you want to see more Wednesday night fight cards? It's a good time to have a fight. I mean, nothing really on TV except for AEW, Dynamite, NXT. But other than that, let me know. There are other good fights. Make sure to watch it. Again, this fight card is on ESPN Plus. Until then, guys, make sure to thumbs up this video. Subscribe for UFC post-fight after the fight happens on Wednesday. I'll be back here with Inside the Fight post-fight reaction.